Finding yourself in a toxic relationship doesn't mean you always have to break up. You can actually repair it. Hi, I'm Mallory Grimste. I'm a teen therapist, and I know that finding yourself in a toxic friendship isn't always easy. It's tough to know what you can do to get out of the friendship or repair it. Now, it's really easy to get stuck in,
"But Mallory, it's not my fault. I didn't do anything wrong here."
And you're probably right. But one of the things that you learn as you grow older is that while we're not always responsible for the things that happen to us, we are responsible for figuring out a solution to our problems. So for example, if I'm driving along and I get a flat tire, of course I didn't mean to do that. I didn't intend for that to happen. It could totally be a freak accident, but I still have a flat tire. I need to figure out how I can get to my destination and how I can fix that flat tire. And at the end of the day, that cost is coming out of my pocket, no one else's. The same is true for toxic friendships. You may not be responsible for why the friendship turned toxic, but if it is toxic and it's unhealthy for one or both of you, you may have to figure out how you can remedy the situation. Saying the words "I'm sorry" is a great starting place. Now, of course, please only say this if you actually mean it. We're taught as young children to say "I'm sorry" even when we don't mean it, and so it kind of loses its flavor. Other people, because of this, have a really difficult time acknowledging that they are apologizing for their responsibility in causing a problem. However, when you say the words "I'm sorry" and you really mean it, it goes a long way with many people. Let your friend know how much you care and appreciate them. You may have heard of the 5 love languages, and if you haven't, I highly encourage you to go Google it and take the test. It's this idea that we all show our care and appreciation in different ways. Being sure that you are communicating the way that you care and appreciate someone else is the way that they most prefer or receive that care and appreciation will go a long way. For example, my love language is words of affirmation. So if somebody writes me a really nice message or tells me something, I really value and appreciate that much more than if somebody got me a gift. Now, of course, I'm not going to turn away a gift, but I really highly value somebody telling me how they feel rather than giving me a display of how they feel. So some examples of ways that you can show your care and appreciation for somebody is to tell them. You can make or give them something that reminds you of their friendship. You can do something kind or helpful for them. If there's somebody who enjoys hugging or high-fiving, of course, ask permission first. And if they say okay, then give them a hug. You can also ask them, what is something that you could do to help make things better between the both of you? And if there's something that you need from them, let them know that too. Setting expectations for what you will and will not tolerate or appreciate in a friendship is really important as well. Having healthy boundaries is a great way of maintaining healthy friendships. So being sure not to spend all of your time and energy focused on one person is really important. Taking time for your own self-care and alone time can be really helpful in developing a healthy friendship. And if there are certain things that the other person is doing or saying that makes you feel uncomfortable or doesn't align with your values, it's important to let them know that too and give them an opportunity to course correct or give them an opportunity to decide if they're willing to consider changing their behavior. If you've done all of these things and the friendship continues to stay toxic or worsens, it may be time to actually walk away from the friendship. By continuing to stay in a toxic friendship out of loyalty, you're not really doing yourself or the other person any favors. In fact, you're condoning that the way that they're treating you is okay. And you know that that's not true. I highly recommend having an actual conversation with somebody, whether that is face-to-face, on FaceTime, or on some sort of messaging. Letting them know the reason that you are not continuing the friendship can be a really great learning experience for them. And it's great practice in communicating your own thoughts, feelings, and opinions as well. It can be really hurtful when a friend just stops talking to us, or ices us out, or stops inviting us places, or responding to our messages. messages. If you've had that experience, you know what I mean. By being mature and having the direct conversation, you're making it very clear. And as Brene Brown says, clear is kind. If you're still struggling with how to repair or even walk away from a toxic friendship, seeing a teen therapist can really help. You should watch the video on your screen right now where I'm sharing 7 other ways it can help you live your best life. And please be sure to share this video because you never know who it could help. Thanks for watching!